The RMS Titanic was a British passenger liner renowned for its size, luxury, and advanced technology. It was a marvel of modern engineering, designed to be the epitome of comfort and safety. The ship was constructed by the Harland and Wolff shipyard in Belfast, Northern Ireland, and was the largest ship afloat at the time of its maiden voyage. It was one of the largest and most luxurious ships of its time, boasting amenities that were unparalleled. The first-class accommodations included lavish staterooms, a grand staircase, and opulent dining rooms that rivaled the finest hotels of the era. Passengers could enjoy a swimming pool, a gymnasium, and even a squash court. The Titanic represented the pinnacle of Edwardian-era shipbuilding and ambition. It was a testament to human ingenuity and the industrial advancements of the early 20th century. Thousands of skilled workers and engineers dedicated years to bring this colossal vessel to life, ensuring every detail was meticulously crafted. It captured the world's imagination with its grandeur and promise. Newspapers and advertisements hailed it as the unsinkable ship, a symbol of human progress and technological prowess. People from all walks of life were fascinated by its sheer size and the luxurious experience it promised. The Titanic was more than just a ship, it was a symbol of human ingenuity and progress. Its construction was a monumental achievement, showcasing the capabilities of modern engineering and the ambition of an era that believed in the limitless potential of technology. The Titanic set sail on its maiden voyage on April 10, 1912. The departure was a grand event, with thousands of people gathering to witness the historic moment. The ship's departure was marked by a sense of excitement and anticipation as it embarked on its journey across the Atlantic. It departed from Southampton, England, with great fanfare. The port was bustling with activity as passengers boarded the ship and well-wishers gathered to bid farewell to their loved ones. The atmosphere was electric, filled with hope and dreams of a new beginning in America. The ship was bound for New York City, carrying over 2,200 passengers and crew. Among them were people from all walks of life, from wealthy industrialists and celebrities to immigrants seeking a new life in America. The Titanic was a microcosm of society, bringing together a diverse group of individuals on a shared journey. Among them were some of the wealthiest and most influential people in the world. These first-class passengers enjoyed the height of luxury and comfort, while those in second and third class experienced more modest accommodations. The Titanic was a floating palace, offering a glimpse into the social stratification of the early 20th century. The RMS Titanic was built by the Harland and Wolff shipyard in Belfast, Ireland. Construction began in 1909 and took over 3 years to complete. The ship was designed to be the most luxurious liner afloat. It boasted opulent staterooms, grand staircases, and elegant dining saloons. The Titanic was a marvel of engineering for its time. It was 882 feet long and weighed over 46,000 tons. The ship had a double-bottom hull and was divided into 16 watertight compartments. These features were thought to make the Titanic practically unsinkable. The atmosphere aboard the Titanic was one of excitement and anticipation. Passengers settled into their luxurious accommodations. They explored the ship's many amenities, including a swimming pool, gymnasium, and library. The first few days of the voyage were filled with lavish meals, lively music, and the promise of a new world. As the Titanic steamed westward across the Atlantic, its wireless operators received messages about ice in the area. These warnings were relayed to the bridge, but were not all heeded. The ship continued at near full speed, a decision that would have tragic consequences. On the night of April 14, 1912, tragedy struck. At 11:40 p.m., the Titanic struck an iceberg on its starboard side. The impact tore a series of gashes in the ship's hull, flooding 5 of its watertight compartments. The damage was severe and beyond the ship's ability to remain afloat. Confusion and fear spread throughout the ship as passengers and crew realized the danger. The order to abandon ship was given and lifeboats were lowered into the icy waters. However, there were not enough lifeboats for everyone on board. Section 5. The unthinkable happens. The Titanic sinks. As the Titanic sank lower in the water, the situation became increasingly desperate. Passengers and crew struggled to board the lifeboats, many of which were lowered only partially full. The band played on, their music a haunting soundtrack to the unfolding tragedy. At 2:20 a.m. on April 15, 1912, the Titanic broke apart and sank beneath the waves. Over 1,500 people perished in the icy waters of the North Atlantic. The disaster sent shockwaves around the world and became a symbol of the perils of human hubris. Section 6. The aftermath, loss, inquiry, and new regulations. The sinking of the Titanic sent shockwaves around the world. Newspapers were filled with accounts of the disaster. People mourned the loss of life, which included men, women, and children from all walks of life. The tragedy sparked outrage and demands for answers. In the aftermath of the disaster, inquiries were held on both sides of the Atlantic. These investigations revealed serious shortcomings in maritime safety regulations. They led to the establishment of the International Convention for the Safety of Life at Sea, or SOLAS. Section 7. Remembering the Titanic memorials, museums, and more. The Titanic disaster, one of the most tragic maritime events in history, has left an indelible mark on the world. Over a century later, the memory of the ship and its passengers continues to be honored through various memorials and museums. These places not only commemorate the lives lost, but also serve as educational resources, ensuring that the lessons learned from this catastrophe are never forgotten. The Titanic disaster has been memorialized in countless ways, from grand monuments in bustling cities to quiet plaques in small towns. Each memorial tells a story of loss, bravery, and the human spirit. These memorials are scattered across the globe, from Belfast, where the ship was built, to New York, where it was headed. Each site offers a unique perspective on the tragedy, reflecting the local community's connection to the event. Memorials and museums around the world pay tribute to the victims and tell the story of the ship. Museums dedicated to the Titanic can be found in various countries, each housing artifacts recovered from the wreck, personal belongings of passengers, and detailed exhibits that narrate the ship's ill-fated voyage. These institutions provide a tangible connection to the past, allowing visitors to step back in time and experience the grandeur and subsequent tragedy of the Titanic. These institutions preserve the memory of those who perished and educate future generations about the importance of maritime safety. Through interactive exhibits, personal stories, and historical documents, they highlight the human side of the disaster. Survivors' accounts, newspaper articles from the time, and even the ship's blueprints are displayed to provide a comprehensive understanding of the event. The goal is not only to remember, but also to learn and prevent such tragedies in the future. One of the most well-known memorials is the Titanic Belfast Museum, which stands on the site of the former Harland and Wolff shipyard where the ship was built. This museum is a testament to the shipbuilding prowess of the early 20th century and the ambitious spirit that led to the creation of the Titanic. The building itself is an architectural marvel, designed to resemble the hulls of ships, and it offers a fitting tribute to the legacy of the Titanic. This interactive museum tells the story of the Titanic from its construction to its sinking and its enduring legacy. Visitors can explore detailed recreations of the ship's cabins, walk through exhibits that explain the engineering behind the vessel, and even experience the chilling sensation of the iceberg encounter. The museum also delves into the aftermath of the sinking, exploring how the disaster impacted maritime laws and safety regulations. Through its comprehensive exhibits, the Titanic Belfast Museum ensures that the story of the Titanic continues to be told for generations to come. Section 8. The Titanic in popular culture, films, books, and beyond. The story of the Titanic has captivated the public imagination for over a century. It has been the subject of numerous books, films, documentaries, and works of art. These cultural representations explore the human drama of the disaster. They examine themes of courage, sacrifice, and the fragility of life. James Cameron's 1997 film brought the story to a new generation. The film's blend of romance, special effects, and historical detail made it a global phenomenon. It reignited interest in the Titanic and its place in history. The sinking of the RMS Titanic remains one of the deadliest maritime disasters in history. On the night of April 14, 1912, the unsinkable ship struck an iceberg, and met its tragic fate. Over 1,500 lives were lost in the icy waters of the North Atlantic, leaving a lasting impact on maritime history and safety regulations. It serves as a poignant reminder of the importance of safety regulations, the power of nature, and the need for preparedness. The disaster led to significant changes in maritime laws, including the establishment of the International Convention for the Safety of Life at Sea, SOLAS, in 1914, which set new standards for lifeboats, emergency procedures, and ship design. The fragility of human life was starkly evident as the ship's passengers and crew faced unimaginable peril. The stories of bravery and sacrifice that emerged from that fateful night continue to resonate, reminding us of the human capacity for courage in the face of disaster. The tragedy also highlights the enduring human spirit in the face of adversity. Survivors' accounts tell of harrowing escapes, acts of heroism, and the profound grief of losing loved ones. These personal stories have been passed down through generations, ensuring that the human aspect of the disaster is never forgotten. The Titanic's legacy continues to resonate today. Museums and memorials around the world honor the memory of those who perished, and annual commemorations keep the story alive. The ship's wreck, discovered in 1985, has become a symbol of both human ambition and vulnerability. It reminds us of the importance of learning from the past and striving to prevent similar tragedies in the future. Advances in technology and safety protocols have made modern sea travel much safer, but the lessons learned from the Titanic disaster remain relevant. The stories of those who were lost and those who survived will continue to be told, ensuring that the memory of the Titanic lives on. Books, films, and documentaries have kept the narrative alive, allowing new generations to learn about the ship and its passengers, ensuring that the memory of the Titanic lives on. The annual wreath-laying ceremonies and memorial events serve as a testament to the enduring legacy of the Titanic, reminding us to honor the past while looking towards a safer future.